It's a tough day win, Sean.
What's that?
I said it's a tough day win. It's a tough
It's
day
only on the
win.
screen?
Well, no, that's a tough day for everybody else. But it's a tough day when you go out and you make 4 picks yesterday, and not one of them loses. In fact, 2 of them win, and you still end up going 1-3 in your bets because stupid soccer parlays. 2 games ended 1-1. That sucked. I did win the last one 2-1. And then White Sox couldn't get an extra run for me to get that game over 1.5 runs. And I was contemplating it on the show. And I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of this run line thing because I think it's the 4th run line in a row where I picked the team that won but couldn't get an extra half run. So I've picked the winning team but ended up taking a loss because, well, sometimes it goes that way. I'm this close to adding a new rule for the rest of the 2021 baseball season, and that's no more run lines. Just maybe opening up that window a little bit on what I'm willing to accept on a money line, so I can maybe go a little bit deeper underwater than I'd like to go, but not quite there yet. I'm gonna give it one more try today because we have a very limited schedule of sports to deal with today.
Yeah, and I was 3-1. I was 2 outs from 4-0, but St. Louis couldn't close out Milwaukee. They hit a home run, and then at that point I was only going to be able to void the bet and end on 7, and didn't even do that once you get to extras. So,
yeah, that's never any fun. I hate that too. stupid rule with the guy on second base. You know that
it comes down to the whole closer too. There, we got to start warming up and coming in those 9th innings.
I think I read next year they're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, I believe that. Is the postseason going to be like that too? I mean,
I don't know if it's postseason or not, but I did read that I don't think they're going to do that next year. So that's a big positive, I feel like. Yeah. So today we got some NFL football, Sean. First game of this weekend, and I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of getting mixed things from reading online. I don't know that there's going to be a dress rehearsal week this year with one less preseason game. I got a feeling like the dress rehearsal game might be opening day.
Yeah, it seems like the coaches are valuing these practices. All these teams practice all week against each other before they play, and they're valuing that more than the game itself. Since the baseball schedule's light, there's going to be football on. I do like New England in this spot. Belichick's 47-38 in the preseason, usually wins. You have Mac Jones again. He's looked sharp. Philly looked good in the first half last week, but then the second half, their backups, they did not look good. So I think New England gets out to a lead and is able to hold on to it.
So you're going to bet that?
Yeah, I'm going to bet that. It's plus 100 is what I have.
I think you can get, let's see here real quick.
Actually, the lines moved because New England was the favorite earlier today. So
which should scare you a little bit.
Yeah, it should, but I didn't read anything on any reason why that's the case. So,
well, you got to pick them, and you can get minus 109. And then if you took the money line, well, it's a pick 'em there as well. So let's see if they have if there's any difference on that side there. If you just pick. Sometimes it's weird. For some reason, you can get a better number. Actually, no, 105 is you can get 105 for taking the money line. It's the same thing on a pick'em, right?
Yeah, it moved a little bit in the last 10 minutes too because I had plus 100. Now I see it's minus 105. So now it's going the other way. So
yeah, Drew, I'm with you, man. There's maybe one light bet for me today. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. I was saying I'm hating these run lines because they're killing me. They're really putting a damaging dent on my win percentage, even though I'm winning those stupid games. So I'm getting caught up with run lines where I only win by 1, can't get 1, where they sneak in an extra run late, and the stupid soccer ties. I'm not losing games, but I'm just not betting them correctly. So, I mean, it's enough to drive you nuts. Not that I'm not already in that camp.
I will say, too, I know we talked about the dress rehearsal and maybe more overs this week, but I still think majority is going to be under. And this line keeps creeping up. 39.5, I would think about the under.
No, you're not gonna do it after it went 17-3 or some ridiculous number.
14-3. Yeah, I'll probably do it on my personal account, but the stronger bet I feel for the show.
Well, you could get 38 or 38.5 if you want to go under, or 39.
No, I saw 30. It's 39.5 on DraftKings right now, so it keeps creeping up too. I'm not sure.
You're gonna pound it?
No, I'm not. I'll do a regular bet in my personal account on that. But I'll take New England. The stronger play, I think, is New England. Belichick's good in the preseason. Mac Jones has looked good. He's going to get an extensive run here. You're going to have Flacco in for the Eagles a little bit. He has nothing to prove.
Mm-hmm. Well, if this were the regular season game, the way I do things, even though the game is on the road, I would suspect the Patriots, despite their really tough end of the year last year, would be about a 4.5 point favorite in Philadelphia with the current squad. So you get to pick them here. That just goes to show you how much little emphasis Vegas thinks these teams put on preseason games, right? Because you're getting about a 4.5 point swing in the favor of the Eagles based upon what I think the line will be if they lined up on week 1. I think the Patriots probably have the better roster right now. The Eagles probably have the better offensive line. So in that first half, you might see the Eagles get out. I feel like the Eagles have more to prove in this game because they know who they are. And and he thinks Hurts is going to have a decent season. I think he'll have a decent season running the ball. He could be a little bit inaccurate at times. And some of those Oklahoma quarterbacks, man, they in Alabama too, they get to the pros, they don't play as well. But I expect you're going to see the best effort that you're going to get out of the Eagles tonight. I can't bet this side. If it were a regular season game and it were a pick'em, I'd be all over the Patriots. But in this spot, I hate preseason. I took some money out of the preseason betting against my Cowboys on a last-second field goal. I feel lucky enough to do that. I'll just wait patiently 2 weeks, no matter how itchy I get. Or maybe I'll see something tomorrow or the next day that I like. But until then, I'm going to try to stick to the rules as best as I can. Yeah, tough to do at time for me, Sean. I know, because I'm impulsive at times, and as disciplined as I can be, I sometimes forget that that's the way I should be.
I want to play the under in every game again this weekend, but I know if I do that, the tide's in the reverse. And we said about the dress rehearsal and stuff like that. But the problem is I don't like them practicing against each other for these couple days before the game. It just takes away from the game, and
you should tell Belichick about that.
Yeah, I mean.
Sean doesn't like it, so stop.
Yeah, it's no fun when it comes game time.
Yeah, well,
these guys, and I know it's just preseason, but it's still like a dress rehearsal. I mean, why are they practicing against these same teams?
Well, they're just trying to get ready to play. That's all. I feel like, and they want to make sure their players are healthy and they want to have a controlled environment. I get it. It makes sense to me. Too much money at stake with these guys to have them get hurt in a meaningless situation on a game where the only people who care are degenerates like us looking for an opportunity to take $10 or $20 and turn it into 30 or 40. Right. So, but in the games that do matter in Major League Baseball today, we got a couple of games left. We'll start off with Minnesota versus the New York Yankees. The Yankees are a prohibitive favorite in this spot. It's not surprising. I don't know that I can bet either side of this line. Well, you're only minus 135 now, so that's not too bad. That number's come down a lot.
And that's for the run line.
That's the run line. That explains why.
Yeah. I was going to say, wait.
I got my sheets here mixed up.
If you're okay with a minus 135 run line, I don't even know if I'm on the right show right now.
No, you wouldn't be on the right show.
I see two teams that are definitely going to win tonight, and I'll parlay them together. That's pretty much what I have. The Yankees
there's two teams that are definitely going to win.
They're going to win tonight. The Yankees are winning tonight, and I'll put them together with another team, and that's what I'll parlay tonight.
Now I have the right thing here. The Yankees are minus 240. As you say, man, if that line really moved a lot, are they going to sit their whole lineup? What's going on with that? I was like, man, I'm all over the Yankees right now at minus 165.
Yeah, the whole bankroll would be on the Yankees.
Oh, hell yeah. But the Yankees, right, we know, but oddly enough, despite that, the Yankees are only getting about the money is split 50-50 between these two teams. So looks like Vegas put the line in the right spot because they're attracting an even amount of money both ways. I agree with you, Sean. I wouldn't bet the Twins in this spot on a money line. No way. Yankees are playing much, much better in the second half of baseball. I said when we did the second half future show, look out for the Yankees in the second half. That lineup has not hit anything remotely close to what they should be producing, it seems like now, by the additions of Gallo. I don't know. Has Rizzo been in the lineup or is he hurt?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing his name in there.
Yeah, I didn't see him yesterday, so I don't know.
So your next squad, you got your favorite pitcher on the mound, and Luis Castillo. I got a feeling this is the second half of your two-team parlay.
No, Drew might know me better than you do. Cincinnati, I couldn't go with Castillo because he's actually struggling a little bit here. And Zach Thompson's going for Miami. This is one I just can't trust the Reds the way they're playing lately. So I'm gonna pass on. They should win. But
I think you can add them to your parlay and make it 3, Sean, because Miami's a different squad on the road than they are at home. They can't pitch on the road for whatever reason. And I feel like Cincinnati is about to turn it back up again because they go through a lull and then their bats come back up. It's regression to the mean, Sean. They've been mean to bettors lately, so they've got to get better here. I think you're going to find them get some runs tonight. They'll probably win, maybe by more than run, but I can't run line them either. As far as the betting is concerned, about 2/3 of the money is on the Reds. Only about a little more than 70% of the tickets are on the Reds too. So a little bit of a toe in the water from the smart money, so to speak, on the Miami Marlins. I don't like them at all. The Reds own every advantage: power rankings, run line advantage. Add it to your parlay, Sean, and boost your payout.
Yeah, and it would too, but just with the Reds struggling against the Cubs, you got Miami, Thompson. Nah, not even gonna go that way.
Do it. All right. Milwaukee and St. Louis. Okay, here's Drew didn't make any bets today, he says so, but maybe here is a bet he would have gotten right.
Yeah, he's got me here. I'll take Milwaukee. They got Braden Woodruff going, and Cardinals got
the wonderful John
Lester. Yeah, you should love this pick too. You know, Lester. I
love Lester, the lefty. He's great, man.
He's going to give up
almost as good as Arrieta.
He's going to give up 4 or 5 runs at least, and Woodruff should not give that up against the Cardinals. So I like this better, and the reason I'm adding it to the parlay is they're minus 195 and can be a little bit more trustworthy than Cincinnati at minus 275. Now, what I'm not happy about,
makes sense.
You add those two teams together.
Vegas says that the Cincinnati team has about a 73% chance to win, and Milwaukee has about a 2/3 of a chance to win. And Sean says, "No, Vegas, you're wrong."
Yeah, it's the other way. I trust Milwaukee way more than I trust Cincinnati.
You should see Sean's house. He has $1 billion home in the Philadelphia suburb.
Yeah, right. Not a chance. The only thing I don't like is it's only a plus 110 parlay, but it's what I like today. And a winner's a winner.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're counting your chickens before they hatch, Sean. I've warned you many times.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
You just said a winner is a winner.
If it wins, it wins.
If not, that's a whole different statement.
I feel 75% confident on this one.
Yeah, Castillo is pitching tonight for the Reds, Drew. Again, the numbers here are not good for me. This is pretty close. If it were to come down, maybe I could find it. As I said, I'm thinking about opening up my window a little bit here. John Lester, Jake Arrieta, can you imagine if that was the 1-2 punch for the Cubs lineup right now? That would be awesome. All right, one last game. You have the New York Mets and the undecided LA Dodgers. There was a line on this not too long ago, but it's not there anymore. Do you see one at your DraftKings account?
I see minus 195 for the money line for the Dodgers and minus 105 for minus a run and a half. What? I don't understand what's going on with the Dodgers. They're not deciding.
Don't they have any pitchers anymore?
Well, yeah, they're getting ready for I feel like they're getting ready for the postseason already and not even really going for this division.
Well, it must be they're about to announce their starter, whoever it is, because there are no run lines here. It was plus 100 in my DraftKings account, so it moved to minus 105.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So you're talking about breaking rules again, huh?
Yeah. The Dodgers. I mean, they looked better last night against Pittsburgh, but they sleptwalked through Pittsburgh. They got the Mets team that's not playing well at all. So I just feel like they're going to sleepwalk through this game too. I mean, they should win sleepwalking here, but I didn't trust it not knowing who was pitching for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers will win this game and probably do so in decided fashion. The Mets stink on the road. The Dodgers beat up on teams that stink on the road. So I would think that the Dodgers will win this game, probably win this game handily, though Tijuan Walker has fared fairly well against the Dodgers, both at home and in Dodger Stadium. So maybe they keep the game close, and maybe you're right. Maybe the Dodgers, who've won 9 out of the last 10, sleepwalking through many of them, maybe they just do what it takes to get the one-run win again tonight. And I think I'm going to do like Drew. I'm just going to sit back at home, watch some sports tonight, and not start throwing bleep because teams are not winning by 2 runs or I'm getting stupid soccer ties.
Now, what you could do, but it hardly ever works out, but it's only 4 games. If you want to do all the favorites, because it looks to me like all the favorites are going to win, you get plus 334.
Plus 334. No, I'm not going to do it. One of them will lose tonight. I don't know which one it is, but one of them will lose tonight. Just statistically speaking, one will lose.
Yeah, usually.
So I don't want to put that out there and then have a disappointment.
If I had to go, I would say the Mets have the best shot. Surprisingly enough,
maybe we'll see. Maybe John Lester can muster up some of his magic against the Milwaukee Brewers and keep them in the game at least. I doubt it, but if I were looking at these games, I'd probably say that the one team that probably has the best chance, maybe. I don't know. I don't think really. I agree with you. I don't think any of the underdogs have a great shot. Maybe. I don't know. I would probably go with the Rocky Diamonds back. Yeah, that'll be a good game. Especially, are they playing in Colorado tomorrow? You know, Sean?
No.
If they're playing in Colorado, I would absolutely love the Rockies in that spot because they kicked the major.
They're in Colorado. What he's saying, he's going to the game.
Oh, you're going to go at the game. You know what? You got to get up a sign that says Moneyline Madmen and put it up there. That would be awesome, Drew. We would love that, especially if you're like right behind the catcher where they're throwing pitches. Sean will give you a shout out.
Absolutely.
All right, Sean. Well, we got that wraps up the sports for today. Tomorrow is going to be a much more active day. We'll have more football. We'll have a little bit more in terms of baseball. Of course, we'll have the opportunity to find some stupid soccer ties. Well, at least one, because the MLS has one game tomorrow. Tonight, you and I, along with Terry and Tom, will have a guest on at our Players Edge podcast over at Horse Racing Radar. We have, you can go over to YouTube and just put in Horse Racing Radar TV. It'll take you directly to our channel. You will see us along with jockey Trevor McCarthy. We'll be talking about the big races this weekend at Del Mar Racetrack, including the Pacific Classic and the Del Mar Handicap 2 Breeders' Cup win in your in races. So they have some significant consequences going forward. I'm just finishing up on my handicapping for that, getting ready for that show. Should be a fun show. Anything else, Sean, you want to cover before we get rolling?
Tomorrow we have Jo on from Jo Man Sports. She was on with us once before. She's really into football, so she will definitely have some preseason picks as well.
See you later, Drew. Have a great weekend and good luck. Have a lot of fun at the game tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be fun to have Jo back on, be a regular with us, hopefully, at least a regular guest. And then we'll talk a lot more about football, see what she likes. Make sure you hit us up on down there at the subscribe button for YouTube. You might have accidentally seen a show today from Horse Racing Radar TV. I pressed the wrong button because sometimes I'm a genius. Sean and I will be back in 23 hours and 30 minutes. Till then, everybody, as always, may all your bets be winners.